Hello and welcome to Clipping In. Sunday the 23rd of June, and today looks like a perfect opportunity for a little pre-breakfast spin to Blackstone Edge, the White House and beyond. Today's going to be a fairly short video for a fairly short ride, I suppose, and it's something that I've covered on the channel before, but I felt I should at least get some evidence of summer. It was 15C when I set off at 8 this morning. Forecast says it might reach 20 or even 21 by early afternoon, but I'll be home by then. But yeah, last year we had some really nice, settled, warm weather in May and most of June. But then it changed pretty radically, because when Neil was over from Australia and we did that ride, the sort of Saddlewood selection box, the weather had completely cracked. All kinds of heavy torrential rain and floods. And we never really saw anything resembling summer again. Maybe a little spell in September, but yeah, so today definitely get some evidence. So I'm heading towards Soby Bridge. Hopefully somewhere behind me you might catch a glimpse of an ornamental tower, Wainhouse Tower, which looks really nice. It's actually an ornamental mill chimney dating to the sort of grand Victorian times, when I'm guessing various mill owners were competing with each other for a certain level of grandeur. But to be fair, there were, I don't know about Halifax, but in other areas, some of these landowners, when there was a recession or when there was a slump in the market for worsteds or cotton, they put their workers on projects building obelisks and landmarks and landscaping and so on, to keep them in gainful employ. Lovely view here. Calder Valley on the right, steep lane, and that striking chapel, and then the direction where we'll be going up there, Quick Stavers, pick your pronunciation. Wonderful. I'm going to need some extra low sprockets today, the way I feel. But that's what they're there for. Onto a high level road now to eventually join up with the famous Cragvale B road. But down there is Cragvale, which is where the notorious coiners were based. Great view of Studley Pike too. So what we have here is an official closed road, something called the Crag Challenge, which is starting at somewhere near Mytholmroyd, goes all the way up to Blackstone Edge, and they've got an official council/police road closure in place. And even though I was exceptionally charming, I couldn't wangle my way through. So detour in order. This is exciting, isn't it? Nice view of Calderdale here, the tower there, quite striking against the sky. That's Halifax. And then panning this direction, you come to London Foot, moors behind, and then the continuation round there would be Mytholmroyd and ultimately Hebden Bridge and onto Todmorden. I've had to revamp the route. I've got my eye, as always at the moment, I've got my eye on the clock, and I was only going to be out for 3 hours, so I just wasn't sure what to do. When they'd closed off that junction to the Cragvale road, I thought, well, do I try and continue back over White House that way? Ride's then going to overshoot 3.5 or more. Or what I'm going to do now, I've come back to Sowerby village, and if we flip this away, I'm going to get onto the upper balcony from London Folk up through Midgley village and skirt that moor that we can see there, and then ultimately I'm going to go Peckett Well, over towards Oxenhope, Dog and Gun, and then head for home. Still good stuff, and it's a nice day, so that's the main thing. Now I've passed through Midgley. What a splendid village. And looking in that direction, Mytham Royd, and then you can see the opening to Crag Vale. And where my road was blocked was about 2/3 of the way up that valley as it heads to Blackstone Edge and the skyline. Looking across to Old Town, and Peckett Well is just behind. That'll be my way to connect up with the main Hebden Bridge Oxenhope Road. I've seen another sign saying this road is closed ahead, so we'll have to play it by ear. I can see a bus, so it can't be completely closed. Well, the road was closed at Old Town, but there was pedestrian access, so I just pushed my bike through, no problem. You can see here the sign saying road closed, but in this case, not an issue. If I spin you around again, I hope you're not getting dizzy with this. The Peckett Well, you look at the mills there, good view. What a place for a little mill village. Looking over towards Hepton Stall in that direction. Well, I'm glad I had some evidence of summer, because it's now drizzling. I'm on top of Cock Hill, and I'm passing what was the old University of Bradford microwave station. Now seems to be a zoological tribute to Nero the elephant. And now, fast, probably side come tailwind descent to Oxenhope. See you in a bit. It's the first part of what I would call the Dog and Gun up to the Lamb Inn. That's that out of the way. I had to walk it. Can't believe it. I had 4 sprockets left, and a car overtook me on the steepest part, and then braked solid because they saw a car coming the other way. And you can't track stand or stall on something that's 16-17%. And once you stop, I couldn't restart. Brrr. Fiddlesticks. I said something like that anyway. Looking in the direction of Ilkley Moor. The Ayr Valley somewhere there, on the Wharf Valley, somewhere behind it. It's what I find on these rides, you get these phases or periods where the views are just magnificent, and it's worth the price of admission alone. It's just magnificent and breathtaking, and more than makes up for the less pleasant parts and the bits where cars overtake you on 17% climbs and stop dead. I never get tired of those upland phases. Roads are going to be quite busy, built up. I've got to go through Denholm and then Queensbury. So camera away, I'll see you at the end. Yeah, signing off time. That was a interesting semi-improvised ride. Took in some good countryside though, good cycling. It's going to be slightly longer than I expected, and slightly longer than the ride I set off to do this morning. I wish I'd had some breakfast now. Oh, anyway, for this Pennine Sunday edition of Clipping In. It's goodbye for now, and see you back out on the Yorkshire roads very soon. Bye bye.